months. God is a God who compensates. Even the things that haven't happened the whole year, He can come and give it to you in 1 month. He does not need the permission of man to do what He wants to do when He wants. I know when the second part of the year and there's certain things that you're hoping that would have happened by now, you prayed for them and some of them have not happened or none of them have happened at all. Trust me, you're not in that boat alone. I'm with you. When we read the Bible in the book of Isaiah chapter 40, I like 29, 30, and 31. The Bible says that even the youths grow weary and weak. And the Bible here, when they're talking about youths, is trying to describe people who have strength, because a youth is somebody who's thought of to have strength. So it says, even the youths grow weary and weak, but they that are in the Lord, they shall renew their strength. They shall renew their strength. They will mount up on wings as eagles. They will run and not grow tired. And so I know the year might have been hard already, and you're thinking, will this happen, will this not happen? Honestly, I can't tell you whether or not it will happen, but all I'm trying to say is that you can still have faith even now that God is still going to come through for you through the rest of the year. 6 months, 5 months to go now, is a lot can happen in 5 months. God is a God who compensates. Even the things that haven't happened the whole year, He can come and give it to you in 1 month. He does not need the permission of man to do what He wants to do when He wants to do it. And you know what? He's still on schedule. He's still on time. He's not late. I know you're thinking that maybe, you don't know. I was supposed to start this job this time around. I was supposed to have done this by now. I know that. I know. Trust me. I know it way too well. If I was to tell you some of the things that I prayed for that have not happened this year, you'd be shocked. But I just want to tell you, even with that God is still God and is still on time. You see, when we read John chapter 11, we find one of my favorite Bible stories, the story of Lazarus. And the Bible says that Jesus Christ was taught ahead of time. When Lazarus was just sick, too sick to a point of death, his sister sent messages to Jesus Christ that he's sick, your beloved is sick, you are needed right now. What did Jesus Christ do? He stayed and he waited. He waited until Lazarus died. And so Lazarus died, and then 4 days later he came. And when his sister Mary and Martha saw him, he says, Lord, only if you had been here, he would have not died. He would still be alive. And what did Jesus Christ say? He says, he didn't pay attention to those words. And he said, where have you laid him? And the Bible says they took him to where the tomb was. And Jesus Christ, seeing the anguish, seeing that everybody was on, he shed a tear. The Bible says Jesus wept in John chapter 11 verse 35. He shed a tear, to show us that Jesus Christ was actually a man. But I digress. Moving tomb. When Mary takes Jesus Christ to the tomb, he says, okay, where have you laid him? He says, there. And says, remove the stone. He says, look, you don't understand. It's been 4 days. It's been 4 days. The scent, the smell that's going to come out of that, it says, just lay it out. And so they lay it out. And right there, he screams and he says, Lazarus, Lazarus, come to life. And there he came to life. He came to life in that particular moment. Your situation, I'm telling you, is still on schedule. God is still on schedule. He's not gone behind. No, he's still on time. He's still on time. Let me tell you another story. Peter, when he was being chosen to become a fisher of man, the Bible says that Peter was fishing the whole night. You know what he did? He caught nothing the whole night. And this is you the whole year. You have caught nothing, okay? You have caught nothing. And then Jesus Christ comes in and says, Peter, can I use your boat to preach? And Peter says, please go ahead. I mean, if it has not been used for anything, it might as well be used for something. nothing. Okay, so it's just Christ gets into the boat. He does this thing, he preaches, and then afterwards he says, why don't you lay your nets into the fish? He says, look, I am an exhausted man. If I tell you, Jesus Christ, that I have been fishing the whole night and have not caught not even a single small fish, nothing, you won't believe me. But Jesus Christ says, lay them. But he says, you know what? Since you have said it, I'll do it. And so he puts the net into the boat. And what happens? He catches so much fish that he wasn't even able to get the fish on his own. He had to go and get his companion to come and get him. Why? Because Jesus Christ was there, and he wasn't late. He didn't need to come in the night. No, he needed to be there at that particular moment. And even in the story of Lazarus, he wasn't late. He didn't need to come 3 days or 4 days before Lazarus died. He needed to come, and he needed to come right after Lazarus had died. Why? To come and show off the glory of God. Even you, even me, I know God is going to show off in my situation. So I'm believing God for you as well, that God is coming to show off in your situation, and God is coming to show off in all our situation. So if you believe what I'm saying, comment down below and say, God is showing off in our situation. God is showing off in your situation, because that's the kind of God that we are. He always wants to show that he is God, and he will do it. He will show off that he is God. So I'm believing God that even before this year ends, he's showing off in my situation. And I'll come back here and I'll come and say, God has finally showed off. And I can't wait for your testimonies, for you to come and tell us that God has finally showed off, and God is going to show up. And so this is just what I wanted to tell you, to say, look, you don't have to give up. Don't think that the year is come to an end. No, if there's something you wanted to do that you're believing God on, he's still on time, he's still on schedule, he's not late. Okay, so my name is Nyawa EP3. Thank you so much for watching. Until the next time, remember, I should have been wearing a watch I should have been wearing a watch for this episode. Okay, I need to get a watch. But yes, God is still on time. Bye bye.